I did a video episode as a part of my video series, A Danger to Bikers Nobody Really Talks About, a while ago. And in that video, I talked about this incident where this guy got nailed by a bird only going 40 miles per hour riding his bike. And it ended up snapping his neck, causing him to be paralyzed from the neck down. But that got me to thinking, you know, what ways, you know, what can happen to you out here on the streets on your motorcycle that could set you up for a real effed up day and put you in a wheelchair, paralyzed for the rest of your life.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CYCLECRUZA'S all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today. Continually video suggestions, but you may find what you're looking for by visiting my website at CYCLECRUZA.com and click on the menu tab My Videos. And those are a bunch of playlists with all of my videos categorized in them to make it easier for you to navigate through.
I know this is kind of morbid subject, and you're probably like, CYCLECRUZA, man, why are you being so negative? Like, I want to hear that, dude. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear about the good and positive things. Have fun, screaming, yell, riding your CBR 1000 double I. I want to hear about these crazy things that can happen to you as a rider that could set you up for a real effed up day. But you know what? I think it's good that we know these ways, so you know we could possibly help prevent them, and so we can stay safe out here. That's why I'm doing it. Oh yeah, baby. But number one, obviously, if you get hit by a car, it nails you, T-bones you, or hit you from the back or whatever, that can obviously cause a reaction and possibly snap your spine or whatnot, or hit. But obviously it's going to bust up your legs and your hip and put you in a wheelchair, possibly maybe making you paralyzed from the waist down or whatever you. But what can you do to prevent that? Obviously, I told you guys, take your time when you're getting ready to make turns, man. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Don't be like I did that one time where I saw a car coming on, I saw his turn signals on, he's getting ready to make that right turn, and then there was a car behind it that I didn't see. And then when I drove, you know, went out in the street, it shot out from that car and narrowly, but luckily it stopped. But I panicked freeze like a little pansy there, because I wasn't expecting it. And but had he nailed me, man, that could have, I don't know, that could have set me up for a real effed up day. That's how I tell you guys, I pray before I ride, man. Help me stay, I put it in God's hands and ask him to help me stay safe. I know some of you guys aren't religious at all, and hey, that's your prerogative, man. I use everything and anything to my advantage to help keep me safe out here. I don't want no fooked up days. But also, I told you guys, as far as getting nailed from the back, pay attention to the character of the car in back of you. If it's not slowing down, you need to get ready to do something. Get out of the way, or you know, jump off your bike even if you have to. I know some of you guys thinking that's crazy, because in the past I talked about, you know, jumping off your bike in the last second. If you can't get out of harm's way, say there's a car here, a car to the side of you, and you can't really get out of harm's way, you got to do what you got to do to save your butt, man. You know what I'm saying? It can be done. There's a video on YouTube of a guy jumping off of his bike at the last second, where, because a car smashed him from behind, he jumped off his bike and he walked away without a scratch. But I know everybody doesn't have ninja skills, so you're gonna hate on me for this. But anyways, number two is, if you get in an accident out here and your bike rolls and ends up landing on you, or obviously at the motocross track, which happened to, I believe his name was Darius Glover. He hit a jump, he jumped off his bike, I guess, or something happened where the bike ended up landing on his back and it severed his spine. And you know, obviously out here on the streets it can happen to you if you get ejected from your bike or whatnot, and the bike ends up landing on you somehow freakishly. How do you prevent something like that? Obviously you can't really do much. That's just kind of a freak thing, but I highly recommend that you wear a back protector, man. It may not help, but I'll tell you, it can possibly help. So use everything to your advantage. I'll include a link in the description and comment section of the video to a back protector that I've had for years. It's really comfortable, and hey, you never know, it may save your butt, man. And also, you may want to wear a neck brace too, which I'll get into in a moment. But number 3 on the list is obviously getting ejected from your bike. Could set you up for a real effed up day. If you're not purposely ejecting yourself, say you get nailed from a car or whatever, something happens, you ended up getting ejected. Say, I don't know, say you had target fixation like I did that one time, where I was focused on the bend instead of being focused on the white line going around that blind turn. You know, but luckily I stopped in time. I didn't panic. But some people will nail that bend and get ejected from their bike, and you end up landing wrong, especially, you know, you have these big helmets and you land wrong and you snap your neck to the side and whatnot. That could cause you to end up getting paralyzed and put in a wheelchair for, you know, just like somebody that jumps into a pool, shallow end of a pool, and cracks their neck and they end up paralyzed. That's happened to a lot of kids, man, I tell you. But it can happen on a motorcycle too. But anyways, number 4, you know, that incident I talked about where that guy got hit by a bird, that can happen out here, man. You know, where these birds just smack right into you and snap, especially if it's a big bird, snaps your neck, like it did that guy, and he ended up getting paralyzed from the neck down. The way I'd say to prevent that possibly is to get a neck brace, and that's something I've talked about for years, man. To get a neck brace, dude, because that can help keep your, you know, head from snapping back side to side. And yes, they are quite expensive, but I tell you, you can't put a price on safety, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, use anything and everything to your advantage. And I'm putting in an order for a neck brace. Ever since I saw that news report, I was like, I'm gonna order one. I'll include a link to the one I'm getting if you want to get the same one. It's not too expensive, man, but like I said, you can't put a price on your safety. Number 5, which is less talked about, is actually just falling off of your bike. It could be sitting parked and you're just talking, you don't have a helmet on or anything, or maybe you do have a helmet, and you fall backwards off of the bike and you land wrong and your head snaps back. That could set you up for a real effed up day too. I've seen stuff like that happening, not necessarily paralyzing a person, but it can happen, man. You gotta be really careful. That's why I tell you shouldn't be posing on a motorcycle. For those of you sitting up there taking pictures on Instagram, jumping on people's motorcycles, acting like you're a cool motorcycle rider or something, you know, and then you end up falling off, losing your balance. But I'm just kidding, man. But I mean, that's just a freak accident. I mean, shit happens out here, guys. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you have no control over. But I think wearing gear you have control over that can possibly help keep you safe, man. Definitely get that brace, especially if you ride motocross and off-road, man. That's a must, and I must get one. I have to get one, man. I've got to get one. Like I said, I'm putting my order in. But anyways, if you can think of any other ways that could put you in a wheelchair, that maybe there's a way we can help prevent that, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. That's why I do these videos, to incite community discussion, so that we can all come together, put our heads together, and think of ways to help keep us safe out here on the streets, man. That's what it's all about, baby. I just want to see my brethren safe out here riding and happy. But anyways, for those of you guys who want to get my gear, like these heated gloves that are awesome on this cold day, and my helmet, boots, gloves, camel pants, cameras, jackets, everything, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CYCLECRUZA.com, click on the menu tab My Gear, and that's links to all my stuff.
Thumbs up, check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.